Hi, I'm Izzy, and welcome back to our Gleeson First Time Buyer podcast. We've created this podcast to help you on your home ownership journey, and we'll be covering everything from interior tips to finance advice and everything in between, with some amazing guests joining us along the way. You'll be able to find our podcast on most common streaming services, but also on our YouTube channel, which you can find by searching Gleeson Homes. If you've not yet listened to our first podcast, make sure you do, because in this episode, we're back with our brand ambassador, Liv, who you may know as At Home with Liv, and Tom, who is TF New Build on Instagram, talking about how they felt after reserving their home and their options. So welcome back, guys. If you want to introduce yourselves to our new listeners, Liv and Tom.
Yes, I am Liv, I'm 26. I live with my partner, Joel, who's 29, and we live in our 3-bedroom Kilkenny detached house in Sheffield.
I'm Tom, I'm from Rotherham. I live in a Tyrone with my partner Frank and our 2 sausage dogs, Mabel and Lincoln.
Cute.
Oh, I should have brought them with you.
Absolutely not. This carpet is cream. This is a non-dog home.
Hard floor only.
So, if you want to start with telling us about after reserving and how excited you were and just the process a little bit after you finally made the decision to buy a Gleeson home.
I remember after reserving being so excited and feeling like I needed to buy everything now. Like, do you remember writing a list out? Did you do a list?
We had so many lists. We made an Excel sheet with all the different rooms in the house and a list of everything that we needed to buy, where we'd seen it and how much it was.
Yeah.
And we're definitely bargain hunters, so all we did was try and buy everything at a reduced price so we could look at how much we'd saved at the end. So we were forever in bargain corner in IKEA buying furniture.
That bargain corner is great.
I just can't get enough.
Anything on discount, I feel like I'm getting a real bargain. Even if it's like 5%, I'm like, this is great. Buy it. Why not?
I went to the IKEA corner, bought some plates. I don't know what type they were, just some blue plates. And I went to the bargain corner, and because there was one plate missing, they discounted it by like £10.
Oh,
it was great.
That's a bargain. I do like that.
It was.
I know. I remember having my list up, and we listed what it was we'd bought, which room it was for, how much it cost, whether I'd paid or Joel had paid, or we'd like split it in half, and then where we were storing it as well. So we were either using like my mum and dad's dining room or Joel's parents' garage. We were storing things everywhere we could, ready for keys.
I remember just dipping in and out of anxiousness and really excitedness. Yeah. So we'd be in IKEA running around buying all this amazing stuff, and then we'd get back and oh my god, we're never going to be able to afford it.
Yeah.
How did you decide to personalise your home? What options did you do, or what was the process of did you go to many show homes to see what styles were in there? Talk us through personalising your homes.
We went to every show home within a 20-mile radius. We went to not only the ones on this site, on every other site in Sheffield and Rotherham and Barnsley. We just wanted to get as much inspo as humanly possible and start planning.
We were definitely the same. I'm sure every sales centre was sick of seeing how
I know.
Let's see your car come through the development.
Hide.
There is so many things that we used to go and look at. We'd look at all the different options and things, because obviously pretty much all the show homes have got different kitchens and things in, so it was good to see a full kitchen versus just a sample.
Yeah.
We looked online through Instagram at so many different new builds and see what people had picked and what we thought looked good. We wanted something quite neutral and timeless. Obviously, kitchens and bathrooms are quite a big expense to replace.
Yeah.
So I think it's good to pick reasonably neutral and safe with those, as it's something you won't be changing often. And just pick something that you think will sort of stay with your taste for a reasonable amount of time.
I don't know if I told you, but our kitchen, we chose options based on your kitchen.
No way.
We watched your Instagram and I was like, that just works so well. That's so neutral, so timeless.
Honestly,
and copied you completely.
I still love our kitchen. We've been in 5 years and I wouldn't have picked any differently now.
So for our listeners, describe your kitchen to us so they can imagine if they were in your kitchen.
So we've got a wooden worktop. It's called Cinnamon, I think, off the top of my head.
It is.
And it's a really nice natural sort of... Yeah, it's
quite light coloured.
Yeah, like an ashy wood sort of colour, really nice. And then we've got ivory matte cabinets, again, nice. don't need an awful lot of cleaning, which is always a bonus.
That's why I said I was never going to pick a gloss cabinet, because there's no way would I be cleaning the fingerprints off that. There's not a chance.
So yeah, it just makes like a really nice, almost like a little bit country, but not too much. It's still modern, still in style. I think it's quite a timeless kitchen that'll look good for
type
years
of kitchen
to
you
come.
can decorate around it as well.
Definitely.
Like if you wanted to wallpaper or paint the rest of the kitchen, or choose different accessories or flooring or curtains or blinds, you can do that so easily.
I'm forever changing decor styles as well, so it was important that we had something that was neutral.
Yes.
Because
Agreed.
as soon as I've painted a wall, I hate it again and I'm ready to do something else. So at least we were set with sort of kitchens, bathrooms, things like that.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I think all the other little bits are just about being sort of practical, like TV sockets on the walls.
Yeah. Plug sockets near the bed for your phone chargers at night.
Absolutely.
Hair straighteners.
Maybe for you.
Maybe for me.
I'm trying to think what else that we picked. We did pick a few options.
We
Outdoor lighting was quite a good one for us. I don't know. There's something about getting out of your car and your light coming on the front of the house when you pull up at
I'm
night.
home.
Yeah. It's like your house
great.
is greeting you.
I remember we looked at our plot on the site map and saw the garden was actually quite big. And we thought, well, that means a lot of grass. That means a lot of care.
Yeah.
So we had an outdoor tap and an outdoor plug socket fitted, because we didn't want to then have to find someone to do it when we were in. We wanted to just be there ready.
An outdoor plug socket is dead handy as well if you're having like parties or anything outside in the summer.
Speakers.
Plug your speaker in. If you've got like an electric patio heater, anything like that.
So
lawnmower.
Yes.
Even if you just wanted to charge your phone when you're outside in the summer.
Literally, yeah.
Don't have to put it back inside.
We've got a little camera plugged into ours. There's so much you can do.
There's all sorts.
It's just so nice when you invite people over that you've not got a big extension lead running through the middle of the house into the garden. Yeah. Outdoor socket's definitely a good one.
We chose all our options before the roof goes on that, as everybody else does. But then closer to the end of our build, we actually benefited from the key worker scheme.
Oh, right.
So we got an additional £500 to spend on options, which we'd already chosen them all.
Yeah.
So we added extra things that we couldn't quite decide about and then decided not to. And we had added the shower screen in the bathroom.
Yeah.
So we didn't have a shower curtain because they're not my vibe.
No.
And we had a gate access to the garden put on so that it was secure from the get-go.
Yeah.
And that just meant that because I'm a key worker, we got that benefit, which was great.
Yeah.
And it was just 2 less things for us to worry about once we're in. It just meant that it was just ready to get in and get started.
Oh, cool. And so when you were going through all the reservation process, how was the relationship with your sales exec? Did you get kind of regular updates, or how was that relationship?
Oh, I loved it. I think they were probably sick of me.
Definitely.
Secretly.
Same as me. We were terrible. I describe our relationship with our sales exec like our mum. She mothered us through the entire process.
Held my hand.
Yeah, and like guided us through. One of the different new build developers we went to, we felt like we sort of weren't welcome, and like it was almost a little bit snobby, like you can't live here kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas with Gleeson's we were welcomed really warmly, and the process was just so lovely. It really put us at ease when we felt really nervous.
Every time they explained something to me, I asked, because I didn't know, because we were first time buyers, I didn't know what would happen next. I didn't know what to expect. And she always explained it so clearly and in really simple terms, so I could understand it without making me feel like I was daft or should have known.
It was just like splitting things down in sort of bite-sized chunks so you weren't bombarded with information all at once.
Yeah.
And I think hand in hand with Meridian, it made the process so sleek and efficient.
Because Meridian know the Gleeson products really well, and Gleeson know the Meridian really well.
Yeah.
It just made it life so much easier.
So from when you were maybe asking the sales execs any questions, do you have any tips for potential first-time buyers? So, for example, when I bought my first home, I was told by one of my friends to get my Wi-Fi sorted before I move in, a good couple of weeks before, because it takes a while for it to settle in, or I'm not exactly sure why, but I rang and booked my Wi-Fi to come in. I think it was maybe 2 or 3 weeks before I was moving. Do you have any tips for potential buyers in what to sort out before?
One of my friends said to have a box of essentials ready to go. So that includes your kettle, some tea bags, coffee, cups, spoons, the things you'll need to...
Biscuits.
Obviously. I mean, goes without saying. Just things you'll need to get going and get started in. Make sure that everyone's that's there to help you on the day can keep going because you fill them up with tea and snacks. And
a sausage roll for everyone.
A sausage roll for everyone, yeah. Essential sausage rolls.
Yeah.
Scissors.
But a pair of scissors that isn't new with a cable tie around them.
Oh my God, no, open scissors.
Yeah,
like
make sure they're open beforehand. We've made that mistake too many times.
Because you get your toolkit ready, obviously, to build flat pack and to build things and, put your TV on the wall and the bracket and things like that.
Yeah.
But scissors, because everything is in a box or is sealed or needs cable ties cutting off it, and you need them to hand. You need them.
It's just chaotic.
You're laughing at me, but I'm so serious. Like, scissors are priority. Scissors and sausage rolls. Absolute
the
must.
two S's for completion.
Priorities.
I remember one of the things that we got told about was ordering the bins, and I know this is different for every council, but we had to pay for our bins. And if we'd have not ordered them a good few weeks in advance of moving in, we'd have had no way of disposing of all the waste. Yeah. So not only do you generate waste from all your furniture and your new products...
Everything comes in 5 ton of cardboard.
Everything's in cardboard. There's cellophane everywhere. There's always something. And then obviously you start living, so you're also generating waste. Yeah. So if we'd have not done that, we'd have just been yo-yoing back and forth to the tip all the time.
Yeah,
so
you don't want to be making more journeys after moving everything in.
No, exactly.
No, and you take your time off work to enjoy moving in and all that process, so it would be a shame to waste it riding back and forward to the tip with all your cardboard
and with your
stuff.
new bins, you need bin labels, because you got to remember, you're moving on to a new build site. Everybody has new bins.
Yep.
Definitely.
So you need to make sure they're labelled up, so you know.
And getting a house number sorted and put up, because deliveries will start coming, but as with most new build estates, there's no numbers on anything. So, and sometimes delivery drivers can't find you, so it's good to have it up.
Oh, I was thinking for takeaways, not deliveries.
Same thing.
The Chinese need to be able to find my house.
Absolutely. So make sure you've got a house number prepped and ready to go, so people can find you. So
here's a question. Can you remember when you created first things first, when did you create your Instagram home accounts? And can you remember the first picture that you posted?
I think ours we created just before we reserved, and I think the first picture is of a piggy bank of us saying that we'd started saving, shortly followed by a picture of the slab of our house.
How exciting.
And
That's
then
cute.
as you scroll sort of up, you see the process of the house being built.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we've been in nearly 5 years now, so you see the sort of change in the taste and the decor and things, and it's sort of a nice journey to look back on.
Yeah.
If you're feeling nostalgic and you want to flick back to the beginning, it's nice to see sort of where you've come from and the things that maybe you didn't think that you would have achieved, you've got done. Well,
you lived in your house a couple of years before we'd even reserved ours. And I followed your home account on my personal account for a while first.
Honoured.
Stalker 101. And I remember, so I followed quite a few different Gleeson homes, especially Kilkenny's, because that's what we were buying.
Yeah.
So I knew I could, if I wasn't hassling the show homes, I was following them on Instagram and making plans in my head. Hassling the Instagram people instead.
The tables have turned now. You're a Gleeson ambassador.
I know, and now here I am. And I remember making the account the day we reserved, and the first picture being a picture of the reservation envelope. Then not knowing what to post, I was like,
that's the go-to, isn't it? The envelope or the sticking the sticker on the site
on the map. Yes, it is. It is staple. It is. I was nervous for my first post, but I then sort of stopped thinking about it because I was documenting it for us, so we could see, me and Joel, what we'd done and how it had worked, and just document it that way. But I just love it.
Me too.
I'm also really nosy, so.
I think everyone's naturally nosy though. Everyone likes a little bit of a snoop on
definitely
what other people are doing and
we
how
love
they're
to
styled.
see what's going on. It's like Right Move, but every day.
It is.
I love like when a house goes up for sale, you go on, you have a look inside, don't you? But like with Insta, it's like permanently looking inside people's houses. Like, oh, look at that paint that they've used.
I posted a picture a few weeks ago of our living room, and someone straight away was like, I can see the tin of biscuits underneath your sideboard. And I was like, oh.
Guilty.
So like, yeah, what's new?
Oh, great. So finally, let's go on to explain what you did on your first night in your Gleeson home. Did you get a takeaway? Did you cook in your new kitchen? How did you celebrate moving into your Gleeson home?
I think if you know me, you know the answer to takeaway. Like, it's obviously a takeaway.
Ours was really odd, really. Our parents had bought next door but one, so they were like 2 weeks ahead of everything from us, so they'd already moved in and got settled, so it was natural we just went round to theirs for tea that night, because obviously we'd not really got anything in the house to like cook or do anything. And then night 2 obviously came the Chinese.
Oh, obviously. I remember the first meal we cooked was the next morning we cooked a full English.
Oh, nice.
I was scared of getting anything dirty.
Yeah.
I was like, look at this clean brand new kitchen.
All pots and pans and everything.
I know, but I loved it. I love cooking in our own home.
Yeah.
It was so exciting.
I bet it's nice doing that from then living with your parents before. I remember when I was living with my parents, you always have to like book a slot of when you want to use the kitchen. I guess now having the independence, just be able to cook whenever you want. Or
yeah, it's great.
I love being able to go in the shower when I want and not having to organise around everyone's work start times and things like.
It's too late for a shower now.
Yeah.
How is it? Just let me shower when I want to shower. Yeah. It is. It's
just so chilled and relaxed, and
because it's your rules.
Yeah, you feel like you're in your own little sanctuary, don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, well, I think we will end our second podcast there. Thanks, Tom and Liv, for joining me today to talk about your home buying journey. In our next podcast, you'll hear part 3 of our chat with our brand ambassadors, where we'll talk about life in their beautiful homes. Make sure you follow us on Instagram @gleeson.homes to see stunning interior imagery and more home tips. See you next week.